Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, guys? How we all doing? Corinian Warrior here with you, and welcome back. It is Thursday, the 1st of September 2022. New mods have been released, and one of those new mods is a map by GB Modding. It is Attingham Park. It is out today, guys, for console and all platforms. Yay, Attingham Park. Whoa, whoop-de-doo. I'm loving it. I'm glad it's out. Right, GB Modding Attingham Park is 509.23 megabytes to download. It says in the description, welcome to Attingham Park. As a newcomer to agriculture and the area, you've got a job at the local BGA, which luckily has some equipment that you can use, but it comes at a price. Can you be successful and work your way up to one of the available farms in the area, or even build your own? The choice is yours. The map has terrain height and field sizes correspond to real life. It has a real map PDA, precision farming ready with realistic soil map, removable hedge collisions, and trigger in store. It has 47 fields, 2 forestry areas, a water source at the river crossing, productions and sell points included in the map. Custom seasonal growth plan with cotton and sugarcane have been removed. Most things only work once the land has been bought, animals, silos, etc. And then it goes on to state, Malthouse Farm, it has horses and pigs. Brompton Farmhouse has chickens and cows. Crossfields Dairy has cows and sheep. Attingham Fishing Club gives you an hourly income when you buy the land. And it says have fun. Okay, so let's get on and let's get it done. Attingham Park, take all of that out. I am going to put the government subsidy signs in, guys, because we're going to need to buy some land, and so that I can show you the areas and the icons. So let's start it off. But also, guys, it said realistic PDA. Now, Attingham Park is based in Attingham, which is in Wiltshire, and which isn't far from Salisbury. So for those of you familiar, Attingham Park is a huge National Trust area now. And over the years it was bigger, but parts of the park have been sold off to the local community for farming, so that they can breathe some life back into the local villages and communities. But yeah, so it's all well and good. There is a lot of history behind it. So if you want to check it out, you can Google search Attingham Park, and make sure click on the one that says Attingham, because there are several other Attingham Park areas around. So obviously at one stage Attingham Park was a huge area all over part of England. I'm just surmising and guessing on that one, but it's a big National Trust area now, which you can walk round and go and have a look inside the grounds at your leisure. But I must admit, guys, I really loved the FS19 version of this when this came out. I spent hours and hours and hours playing on Attingham Park. Yes, it is. It's a UK map, and me being from the UK, I love my UK maps, but I also do like some of the American larger maps as well. And it's just a shame that one of the maps that I really enjoyed, that was actually in my top 3, hasn't come out yet, and it's not going to be coming out. So yeah, but it part and parcel. But anyway, it's all loaded up, and let's get on. Alright, so we're here. Let's just quickly take the... Right, here we are. We're on Attingham Park. We start off here at the hotel in all 3 game modes. Now, the only problem that I've got, and what I found out quite recently, is a lot of the new maps that are coming out now, the base game starting figures aren't what they're supposed to be. Now, in new farmer mode, you're supposed to start off with 100,000. On this map, you only start off with £99,988. So I'm wondering if it's got something to do with the vehicles that could be leased, but I'll talk all that. But if you come on here in Farm Manager and start from scratch, the starting prices are exactly the same as what the base games should be. So Farm Manager is 1,500,000 and start from scratch is 500,000. But it's just on new farmer mode. It's a £12 difference of what it's supposed to be. But I don't know. But anyway, alright. With regards to the map, let's have a look. So yeah, this is the map. As you can see, it is true life PD. All of this area up round here is all of Attingham Park with fields and farm areas. There are no custom added crops, but he did say that cotton and sugarcane have been removed. So if you come down, you can see that there is no growth cycles for cotton and sugarcane. Let's go back into the PD. So this is what the PDA actually looks like. What you start off with in new farmer mode, you start off with field 35 and the BGA. That field 35 is separate from the BGA if you wanted to do that. So field 35 will cost you 121,580 to buy if you were in Farm Manager or start from scratch. The biogas area is 24,380. So as you can see, you've got the biogas icon showing up, and you've got a fuel tank showing up. But we'll explain more about that when we get around to it. Now, as you can see, you've got houses on the map. They are not sleep triggers. They are just showing you where the individual farms are. So down here, Crossfields Dairy. Here is Brompton Farmhouse, and here is your Malt House. Now you can fast travel to them, so they do work as fast travel points as well. But okay, but with regards to the map itself, you can buy the outer edge, like the roads and all of this area in blue, for £0, so that's good. So if you were to come on to Farm Manager and you wanted to place some of the start from zero stuff down, you can purchase the map areas for £0 and then place down the triggers wherever you need to. But if you're on here on New Farmer, you can't do that at the moment because of the starting price is less than 100,000. But like I said, well, that will cost you £0 to buy. With regards to your field prices, now if I remember correctly from the other one, field 16 was the largest field on the map to buy. That's like 735,000. Field 15 is 509. Field 2 is 156,000. Like field 1, 59,000. Field 5 is like 40,000. So you've got all of the out, but you can buy the whole of the outer edge of the map as well for like 158 million. But you can buy this little area all around here for 0. So yeah, so parts are 0 and parts are like 158 million. But then when you've got your farmhouses like this, just here, Malthouse Farm, if you click on it, that gives you fields 3 and 12. And that's like 456,870 to buy. Brompton area is just here, and that will give you field 36 and 34, and that's like 213,200 to buy. The dairy, Crossfields Dairy, is this area just here, and that gives you fields 25, 26 and 27. It'll also open up the cow pasture and the sheep pasture as well for the land. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the periphery for 0, and then what I'm going to do now is, because we own this land, I'm going to just quickly go into production. I'm going to go into generators. I'm going to shove a couple of these down, shove 3 of them down, stick 4 down just to be on the safe side. Alright, okay, but before I speed up time, let's just come round to the back of the hotel. This is where your sleep trigger is. It is a removable sleep trigger. You can sell that sleep trigger if you want, but if you wanted to play for roleplay purposes and pretend you had a room at the hotel, this is your sleep trigger just here. It is the same on all 3 game modes. This is where the sleep trigger is, but it is removable and sellable. So as you can see, you can sleep right the way through. So if you go into your build mode, and if you pressed your right stick down on your Xbox controller, it brings up sell and everything else. So you can sell that if you wanted to, and if you wanted to place it wherever you want. Right, but so jump over the back, and around the back of the hotel, you have the hotel sell point. You've got your potato sell point just here, and all your other goods that the hotel requires just in there. Now, contracts are available on the map. There are no collectibles. Right, but let's quickly do the slot counts whilst we're here. So the slot counts in New Farmer, the slot counts is 1,000. Okay, so why is that now saying 1,099 when it was one? The slot count has changed. Oh yeah, because I've put 4. Right, the actual slot count in New Farmer is 1,095 slots. You can get that down because there are placeables that you can sell, but for you to sell them, you have to own the land first. It is the same for Farm Manager and Start From Scratch. The slot counts on both of Farm Manager and Start From Scratch comes down to 1,042 slots. And the same again, there are placeables that you can sell and everything else. Right. So speaking of what has been added, there is no added vehicles at all by GB Modding, but what he has done is in sheds he has put 22 placeable sheds down on the map. So if you can get rid of those and sell them once you own the land. And so in sheds you've got 20 different types of shed which are all over the building. Right, in silos you have a manure heap, which is this one just here, and it is a 360-degree rotation rather than a 90-degree. There is nothing in silo extensions. In containers, there is a medium petrol tank on the end, just there. In tools, there is nothing in tools, but in farmhouses, you have your placeable sleep trigger, the farmhouse doormat with the picture of the tractor on it, so you can place that anywhere on land that you own. Right. There is nothing in productions, there's nothing in animals, there's nothing in decorations, but in landscaping, in painting, there are added textures. So you've got asphalt, gravel, and then you've got concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, gravel, animal mud, and concrete, rock, and then your rock. So you've got some extra added textures in there. There's nothing in trees, and in plants it is just basically there's just 5 in there. So you've got your meadow grass and you've got your different types of bushes there as well. So that's that. So obviously, so your sell point for your hotel just round the back, sleep trigger just there. Now if we come over for starting equipment, what you start off with is you do start with the pickup. In leased equipment, you've got a medium John Deere, which is your 7810. You've got your JCB 540-170 Agri Pro telehandler. You've got a rear mower. You've got a windrower, which is the Samaz. You've got a forage wagon, and you've got the Magacy bucket for your telehandler. Now those items are all leased items, and a lot of those do actually have a lot of hours on. So like the bucket hasn't got any hours on. The forage wagon has 0 hours. The windrower has 0 hours. The mower has 0 hours, but the telehandler has 124 hours worked on it, and the John Deere has 248 hours working on it. And there are custom UK license plates on the map as well. But anyway, so let's just quickly do this. Don't want to be gathering up any more money, so let's just sell the government subsidies. And right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly buy up all the plots on the land, just so they can get the icons to appear. So I'm going to buy that one. Yes. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Right, the map now looks like this, but we'll get and talk about all these extra icons that have appeared as we're going around. So I'm going to leave the pickup there. I'm just going to quickly whiz over and run over to the shop. It is a John Deere dealership. Now for those of you who can remember FS19, you had your shop icon just there. Now round the back of the signpost just here, you have a little trigger where it says hedge collision on or off. You can turn your hedges on and off so that you can then run through the hedges, drive through the hedges. edge collision. It does get a little bit laggy if you do it, but once you move around a little bit, it does open up. Here is your workshop, and just inside you've got your workshop trigger. Just there, obviously, points there. You have a purchase point just here for products that you can imagine, and here is your urban sheep. It is your spinnery, which is your urban sheep clothing, so you can purchase that for 80,000. Right, as you can see, there's no unloading icon. The unload is actually here inside the shop to open the door. So you've got to open that door, walk in, and here's your unloading point. But to get to it, you walk up to just here where the buzzer icon bit is, and you open the door. So there you go, and that's your urban sheep clothing. So that's that. That's your shop and the urban sheep. Now let's hop over the wall, hop into the pickup. As you can see, it's not a lot of fuel in the pickup, so we're gonna have to stop and get some fuel at some stage. But yeah, it's got 82 hours on the pickup. Right, but yeah, I'm really impressed. I love this map in FS19. The layout is exactly the same. The layout actually hasn't changed, but the way that it's been done has, and it has got a lot greater improvements. Now, I'm literally just going to stop just here, and I don't care if I'm going to be blocking traffic. Oh, I got cars right behind me. Look, get out of my way. Right, let's quickly spin round. Right, as you can see, I've turned the hedge collision off, so we're driving through the hedge. Right, I know we shouldn't be doing this, but sorry. Now, for those of you who knew where this was in FS19, I didn't until I was watching a Mr. Seeley P Let's Play. This gate here on Attingham Park. Now, I always used to drive past it and think it never opened. I thought it was just part and parcel of it. But open the gate and you can go inside. So the secret entrance to Attingham Park is still here, guys. You can get into Attingham Park. It might be a bit of a struggle getting big machinery in, so you might have to get some small, really small size tractors in there to do that. But yeah, once you buy all the outer edge, where are we? Let's go onto the map. As you can see, we are here, and we own this land. So we can cut all of the grass inside there. That is ours to cut. So if you want to do a roleplay contract of cutting the grass for Lord Attingham, you can do, and everything else. But yeah, but that's the secret entrance. It's still there, and it is openable. So let's head out now. Catch that one on the way back. But we're almost right at the very edge of the map. But if you see here, look, Telford and Walcott, and then Roxeter and Ironbridge. They're all true real life places. I can get. Right, let's head down here now. Remember the old water mill used to be a sell point. The old water mill is now a production point. And obviously you've got your sweet potato sell point just here. So your potatoes can go in. That's where your sell point is for your potatoes. And any other goods just in here. Here is your old water mill. It is a production point. It's 96,000 to buy, but what this production point does, it is your oil mill and grain mill combined. It will produce your flour and your oil, so you can input your wheat, barley, oats and sorghum for flour. You can also put in your sunflower, canola and olives for oils as well to get those out. So yeah, that's that. So obviously input just there, output's just there. Let's run back up. But yeah, the hedge collisions have been removed, but the fences and brick walls still have collisions. Let's park up just here. Right, here is Mr. Fitz, Mr. Split's Furniture. Now back in the old day, back in FS19, this was a sell point for your wood chips, which were just here. Right, I couldn't find a trigger for the production point, even though it states it on the map. Right, the production point icon is actually inside. So you open the door, come in, you've got your sell wood icon just there for just here where your wood will go. Now just here is your production point icon, and it's obviously it's your carpentry, and it's 60,000. This door does open, so you can open that door. So wood in and production out, just there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to head back down to the first farm. Well, let's call it farm number 1, first farm, which is Malthouse Farm. Let's head down. Down into Malthouse Farm. As you can see, just here, Malthouse Farm. Head inside. This is your horse and pig farm. Just there. Right, let's run round. Open this door up. Right, here's your horse stable. So obviously, like, your feed will go in there, and your icon for your animal trigger for your horses is just here. It holds 14 horses for this one. So I haven't found a water icon, water trigger. Now they take oats and hay and everything. So here's a water trough just here by the looks of it. So obviously you don't have to fill that up. It's probably self-filling, which will probably get charged for. But yeah, so obviously all your feed and everything else in there. You've got a big storage area, so if you wanted to put some hay bales and stuff down in here, you could. It's entirely up to you, but you've got a lot of this. But as you can see, like, we own the land now, so we can sell everything that's on here apart from this area around here. Even the little decorations and everything else can go. So that's your horse area. Let's quickly come over to here. You've got here, which is one of the first of the medium petrol tanks. They are 10,000 litres and they are all empty at the start. So you can fill it or drive down to a petrol station and get it filled up however you want. Right. So yeah, more sheds just here. Now just inside here you have a workshop, and you also have a wardrobe trigger inside the workshop as well. That's there. More garage space, shed space, huge sheds. Right, here is your pig pasture, your pig farm. This will take 270 pigs. Can't open the gate. Obviously you feed in just there. Your slurry point is just here. I don't know where the manure will come out, whether or not it appears up here or these were just like little storage areas, or if not you can place a manure heap down to wherever you feel comfortable. Well, yeah, so that's your pig farm and that's Malthouse Farm. These buildings are all removable as well. And this area is just here, and that area is actually 456,870 to buy. Right, so what we need to do is, I know it's a little bit of a double back. I got to find the pickup. Here it is. Here's the pickup. And what we're going to do, well, it's not going to be a little bit of a pickup. We're going to head this way. And for those of you who can remember the secret sheep den that was in the middle of the woods, it's still there. You've got another sheep pasture. Right. And here it is. The sheep pasture in the woods. Right. So your sheep icon there. This will take 75 sheep. And so you've got your feed trigger just there. You do need to put water into this one, so you've got your water trigger just there. And this is the secret sheep pasture. So let's just have a quick look at the map and see where we've been. Right, we started off up here at the hotel, just around here. Come across to the hotel sell point, and then run over to the shop. Did that. We did urban, sheep's clothing, the purchase point, and we came out, stopped somewhere round about here at the secret gate, and had a quick look into the park. Came out, down to the old watermill and sweet potato. Come back up into Mr. Spitz. I keep saying Spitz, it's Splits. Mr. Splits Furniture. Come back out along, back down to the shop, down into the Brompton Farm area. We've come out down this road. We're now here, down the little track. Come down the track into the little secret path. We're just here at the little secret sheep area in the woods. Alright, so that is that area just there. Right, so we're going to come out now. We could drive through the hedges, but we're not. But I'm not going to. That's your secret sheep farm area. Right. Head along this little track. Like your little water source area as well. That says don't drive deep into water, which we haven't done. And what we're going to do is we're going to head out, if I can remember the way out. If not, we'll just drive this way and cut through the hedge. Okay, where am I going? What's it doing? Yeah, it's taking us back down, but right. Okay, let's just quickly nip through the hedge. Right, if you stay on this road, it'll bring you out all the way up to the top of the main road. But here's where we want to be. Now here is the fishing club. Right, you can, if you remember, you can use it. And if you want to put some more tents down and turn it into a little mini campsite, you can do. This land is actually just here. Alright. So let's we're right on the icon, so let's just buy it. And this will give us an hourly income because we own the land. And it's all the fishing area. So even if you wanted to use one of these tents, you just put your mat down outside it. But you've got to buy the land first, of course. So it's like a little fishing area. You're now going to get some money from that as well. So that's your little fishing area. Alright. Oh, I keep forgetting where there it is. There's the pickup. Alright, what we'll do now is, oops. Oh. Yeah, you'll watch out for the traffic. We're running out of fuel. So, we'll solve that. Right, I'm going to turn up here into your animal dealer. As you notice, there are cows in the field. Alright. Right, they're eating They are there for decoration, but you can get rid of them. You can sell them, but it doesn't do anything to your slot count. They are all. So if you go on to animal pens, as you can see, we're here at the main animal dealer cows. There's 11 cows to start off with. They've got plenty of water, they've got plenty of feed, like the same as 19 and everything else. So you don't have to worry about feeding them at all. So your main icon is just here for your animal pen. So you can choose where you want to put your sheep. So let's say we want to send Malthouse Pig Farm. There you go, and it just brings up your pigs. Let's go to the sheep pen. Brings up your 75. Let's choose another one. Crossfields Dairy Cows. And everything. So you can buy your animals from there, or you can use the icons actually at the farms if you wanted to do a transportation role play and everything else. Right, here is the bales sell point. Right. Right. So it's just here. That's your animal. It's the Attingham livestock bales sell point. And just here you have a buy point for slurry and manure. That's your buying point. So if you wanted to buy your slurry and manure, bring your stuff into there. So that's your animal dealer. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to head, thinking, yeah, we'll head down and do the main sell point areas, and then we'll come back up and get that back. So yeah, so let's head out, back down. There's a little lot of driving. See, that's completely different, like that generator there and everything else. There's a forestry area just there off to the left. And then we're going to come round the roundabout. If you remember, gas station. Oh man, look at those prices. £1.68 a litre, and then £1.76 and a half for a diesel. Oh, expensive. Oh yeah, that's the world we live in. Right, let's just refuel that. So let's hop out whilst that's refueling. And here is your county stores. Now there are two sell point areas for the county stores. You've got one just here, and you've got another one just here. Obviously this is probably where your milk will be. You've got your milk sell point just there for everything else for your county stores. So that's your county stores sale point. So let's quickly do that. Right, so what we did is we were over here, we came out along the track along here, across the little bridge, well, ford gully, along, cut through the hedge up to the fishing club, come down into the animal dealer and come out. We came down round the roundabout, and we're now here at the garage and the county stores. All filled up. So let's come out of there. We got our fuel. going to head into this area here where there's a lot of sell points and productions. Probably be easier on foot. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it all on, do this little bit on foot. We're going to run around. So that I don't forget where the car is. Right. So we're going to head in to here. Right. Now this is the Lower Cross indoor market, which is a sell point. So obviously products in, obviously potatoes, and then products there. It's your Lower Cross market. I'm going to head up, jump over the wall. Now here is another production point. It's your Sunrise Bakery. It's 125,000 to buy that bakery. So that obviously probably does more as well. But yeah. But Sunrise Bakery, obviously products out. And your products come in. Now just over the road. This is what I'm saying also about hidden slots as well. If you were to buy this plot of land that has field 47 on it, right, 12 grand. Right. Let's see, you've now got greenhouses that appear, and all that they want is just water. And then obviously you're going to own 47 as well. You can sell field 47 if you didn't want the greenhouses, or you could just remove the greenhouses and put something else in. So that's your green. That's where your greenhouses are, or two of them. Anyway, right. So we're going to come out. We're going to run in, and here's your sawmill. Obviously, you've got wood chip sell point just here. Now, the sawmill is a production chain. To buy the sawmill, the icon for that is just here, which buys the sawmill. So here's like obviously where you get your wood chips out. You sell your wood just here, and there's your icon to sell the wood, and your product just there. Now here is your sugar shack. It's another production chain, which is like obviously your sugar factory. So obviously like your sugar cane, sugar beet and sugar beet cut will get delivered here. But obviously minus your sugar cane because there's nothing on the UK map for growth calendar for that one at all. But yeah, but here's your production point just there. And it's 80 grand, that one. And then just over the road you've got your D&G Auto Repairs workshop. Trigger just there for your workshop, and then down here you've got Lower Cross Dairy. So input your milk just here, and your outputs just here. And right opposite the dairy, you have your grape processing plant just here. So there's your grape processing plant. Obviously, feed in, goods in, goods out. Just there. So let's see. And that, so what have we done? Done that. So where have we? So we've come from the animal dealer down to the petrol station, country stores. Right, so we've done the Lower Cross Indoor Market, up to the bakery, and we came up, did the Lower Cross Sawmill wood chips, Lower Cross Sawmill, and then obviously your Lower Cross Sawmill production, over to the Great Processing Plant, and then your Lower Cross Dairy. Right, so that's that. Done did. Right, I'm going to come back over. I should really take the road. Let's see. Play park. It's still there. Okay. And obviously, let's jump into the pickup because it's not that far. Should have done that. And then we're going to head into the next sell point, which is just here, which is the British Grain. So I'll just remember the truck there. The actual sell point is just here. So that's your British Grain sell point. And that's all of those sell points down there. So obviously, like, you've got your little bits of forestry area just here. And then you've got your forestry just over here, around there. You've got trees and forest areas that you can, well, there's quite a few. There's a little bit more than 2. But you can cut down the trees along the way and everything else as well. So that's your bottom, that's actually the bottom half of the map done, all around there. Alright, so we're now going to head up to the main road. Head all the way up. So obviously you've got the little parts of these field areas on the right hand side that you can actually buy. Probably try and get into and do a little bit of work with the excess crop, but that's a lot. But do you really want to spend 158 million to buy that? Nah. Right, we're going to ignore. We're going to leave that one for a minute. So we're going to take this little turn in just here. Do that one on the way back. That's as far as you can go there. That's it. Right. Here's where we should have gone. Just up here. And this is your Crossfields Dairy. Hey, you look. Hey, Crossfields Dairy. Now, when I sold all of the placeables on the maps, the only things that you can't sell are the big, massive houses. they are not sellable. And everything's right. So let's come in. And let's just park up just there. Right. So here we are, Crossfields Dairy. Right. Obviously, like, you've got your storage sheds. Obviously, some of those, I don't think those are open, but you've got, like, sheds area here. These doors. You've got another workshop and another wardrobe trigger just there. Underneath the arch, more shed space around there. You've got a chaff silo just there. And here's your cows. So this is your cow. And this will take 300 cows. There's your trigger just there. Your feed just here. Your milk out is just here. You do have a silo on there. It is not multi-fruit. There are no multi-fruit silos on the map. But this silo is a little bit tricky to get in and out of. And then you've got your slurry point just here. And another one of the petrol station medium petrol tanks just here. Another 10,000 litre one. That's the sheep. That's your cows. And then we're going to drive through the pasture, drive through the field. Another little forest area round the back for the cat. And we're going to head up to the sheep area. This is all part of the dairy farm as well, so you do get the sheep pasture along with the fields and everything else. And right, so here's your okay. So why didn't that trigger work? Sheep fields dairy. Okay, bit finicky on the trigger. Alright, so this is 200 sheep. It will hold. So obviously you feed in and you water in just there. Another storage shed just there. And obviously here's your wool spore point just here. If you can't find it, it's actually in the shed. Just there. And then you've got all these sheds, extra storage areas as well. There are lights, but I don't know where the switches are. Obviously I don't know if they come on automatically at night or if they're outside, but hey. But that's your sheep. That's the other sheep one. And that is just here where we are, Crossfields Dairy. So we did all the sell points all down here, all here. Then we come up along the track, took this track just down here, crashed on the wall just here, backed up, come up to here, up to Crossfields Dairy and around. So we did the little triggers and everything else there up to the sheep area. Right, we're now gonna come out of the air, come out of the sheep. That's it. And we're going to head in to here. Here's another sell point, and this sell point is just here. This is Mrs. Holland's village shop. Now there are two sell point sides. You've got one sell point side just here, and you've got another sell point side just round the back. Now probably one's for production chains stuff, and one is probably for the other normal bits and pieces of your grains and everything else. Alright, now we're going to head into here. This is Brompton Farmhouse, which is the third and final farm on the map. I'll park him up just there. Right, you've got your petrol station, petrol tank just here. Another 10,000 litre one. Okay, empty. Right, just here is your workshop and your wardrobe trigger. More shed space just here. Once you buy this land, your chickens, icons and everything else will appear. But here is your feed point for your chickens. Your chickens icons just here. This will hold 30 chickens. And then obviously your egg spawn point just there. Out, coming out, down around into your cow pasture. Alright, Brompton cows. Your slurry point just there. Your milk point is just here. Here is your trigger, and this will take 200 cows. And then open the gate, and then your feed and straw comes into here. Now there is no manure heap extension on this one. It has been moved. That gate does open. As if I remember correctly, this gate originally wasn't here before. So this is a new gate area, because this is where the manure heap was, just here. So I used to have to drive a tractor out through here and always get caught on this little ledge, but now that this gate's here, we can just come in and you can mow your pasture all the way around. As you can see, it doesn't require water because it's a proper pasture, and obviously the water trough is all full up, ready to go. That's your Brompton Farm area. Which all buildings are removable except for the farmhouse. That you can't move. Right. And obviously once you buy the land, you've got a greenhouse just over there as well for production chains for your greenhouse. Right, we're going to take this little track. But it has changed an awful lot, and it is really good. So here is the BGA. Now the difference between this BGA and the FS19 one is there's a lot of difference, because just here you had a lime station, lime buy point. There isn't a lime buy point on the map, which is now obviously you can buy that at the purchase point. The shed used to be up the back, and then you had an old style BGA. And you had your silage bunker just here, that's in the place, but then you had your BGA just here with one of those little grates, and then you had a little house, office area just up round here. There is none of that on here anymore. That's all gone. Obviously you've got your new BGA. So for roleplay purposes, living at the BGA, there is nowhere, unless you want to pitch a tent in this little tree area just here, which you can do. But this is your biogas plant. This is your place of employment when you start off on New Farmer. Icons are already on. And this, it's the 99 kilowatt BGA, and obviously it takes your silage, slurry, manure, sugar beet cut, and you get your digestate out. So obviously products in and in there, and that's, assume, where your slurry digestate comes out. But here is your leased equipment, just here. It's all old, it's battered, it's bruised, needs washing, and so you've got a lot of stuff on it. But this is all of your leased equipment down at the biogas plant. So you've got your John Deere tractor, you've got your JCB telehandler with the bucket, you've got your forage wagon, you've got your windrower, and you've got your mower as well. And you do own field 25 on the start of field as well, which is like all your grass, and it's all ready to go. So yeah, that come on, I believe was the last port of call. So yeah, there's, yeah, so once we come all the way down up the track, across to the dairy farm, up to the sheep, come back into Mrs. Holland's village shop, into the Brompton farmhouse area, come out along there, took the little track down there, and we're now up at the biogas plant. With regarding to Brompton farmhouse, that area of land is the only farm area that does not have a silo. So if you wanted a silo, you will have to place one of your own down. Also, the Malt House farm silo is not one of the modded extras by GB Modding as well. Just to give you a heads up there, guys. But anyway, this has been a long live tour and nostalgic look at Attingham Park. Now I can't wait to get on and do a let's play on this, because what I did is also, if you wanted a shortcut, there are bridge mods out there and everything else. So like the long bridge, and you could probably place one just across here like I did on the old FS19 version. Yeah, but anyway guys, that is Attingham Park by GB Modding, and I hope you've enjoyed it, found it informative, and yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I've been Corinium Warrior. Remember, stay safe, happy gaming, and I'll catch you all on the other side. Until then, bye bye for now.